Here we have Victoria walking Willow. You can see here that Willow pulls to the end of the leash and it goes tight. We never move forward if the leash is tight. We get her back into position and then we continue to walk. She gets a pretty high repetition of rewards here because she's just learning her leash skills. This is perfect leash position. Victoria has the leash across her body to the far side so that the delivery hand of the treats is really close to Willow's mouth. It makes for really quick and painless treat delivery.
Can you tell me why you did a little turnaround there?
I did a little turnaround just to bring her back into position. So when we do a little turnaround, it's a nice little reset. And it doesn't feel like you're waiting for her constantly to come back to you. It puts her back into position where you want her. Makes it easy to treat her as well, so you have her right next to your hip. You can also do it this way, where you walk backwards a little bit until she's in position, and then I'll take a couple steps. I haven't actually given her the treat, and then now I'll give her the treat. Because we're rewarding for what we want, which is her walking right next to me. Nice, good job. So right now I'm actually testing out how far we can make it. So I'm counting my steps. We started at every 3 steps and worked our way up. Right now I'm at 6 steps for the rate of reinforcement. So every 6 steps she gets a treat if she's staying with me, and that seems to be about as long as she can hold between treats. Counting your steps can be a great way to track your progress as well. So it just doesn't feel like you're not making any progress. So if we get to 6 steps and that's too much, I might go back down to 5 steps before rewarding her.
This is about 10 minutes into their walk. Now they're getting a much better rhythm going on where Victoria can keep her focus and the rate of reinforcement is starting to go down. She's able to keep Willow's attention even when a smell comes by saying, "Let's go," and keeps moving.
And now we're up to 20 steps.
Here's Fluffy. You can see she's very excited to train. She doesn't have any skills yet, so distance is not the objective. It's really keeping things fun, light, and keeping her into position. We only move forward if we have slack in that leash.
So in the beginning, Fluffy really struggles with the loose leash, but he's responding really well to Toria's training. And she's stopping and sometimes resetting whenever there's tension on that leash. And then it's just repeating that process, rewarding Fluffy when he's in the position we want him in, and then seeing how many steps we can make. And that's a reset. It's beautiful.
It is really important to always keep slack in the leash. If the leash goes tight, we don't move forward. So we have to really pay attention to when your dog is excited. So if we go for a walk and we're close to home, it may take a little extra time to properly get through that door. Or arriving at WAGs is another high excitement time. So take a little bit of time so that we can properly walk to the door. We might have to bring out some higher value reward treats for those really excited times. It's okay to have a high rate of reinforcement, especially at the beginning of your dog learning a new skill. At the very beginning, we may almost be continuously feeding our dog to keep them into position. We start to span that out after they start to get the skill down, and we can count our steps like Victoria did to make sure we're making progress. Letting your dog sniff is okay. We need to keep in mind that taking your dog for a walk is all about them, their fun, and their enrichment, and we also want to enjoy it as well. So if a dog is pulling me across the yard to go sniff something, I'm not going to let that occur. But I'm going to say on several times throughout our walk, go sniff, and I'm going to meander and follow that dog's nose so that they can take in all the amazing things in the environment. When I think he's had enough time, I say, let's go, and we go back to our loose leash walking. If you have a dog that struggles with their nose and they like to follow it everywhere, try starting to walk them in the street. Walking on a sidewalk has many more smells to catch their attention than if we walk in the street.